about Patrick McDonald and all this other stuff that was going on with Bravo. Let's continue that trend and let's get into this Leah McSweeney story, because apparently there's some good news on her part, because, remember Bethany Frankel was talking about this big reality reckoning. I don't know what happened with her in that whole reality reckoning thing. I don't know if maybe Bravo got to her, was like, tread lightly, broad, like we could ruin you. And because she was over there talking for so much on TikTok about this reality reckoning and taking Bravo to task for the way that he's treating a lot of the Bravo celebrities and a lot of reality stars, and was trying to formulate a union, which I do think would be smart to have a union for a lot of reality talent. It's like, why not give them a union and all this other stuff? But I guess, they try to produce things in a way where it's like they can get a reaction, all this other stuff out of the people. So Leah, has had a lot of complaints about how she was treated and how they was trying to mess with her sobriety over there at Bravo, that now the judge says that she could move forward with her case. So the Real Housewives of New York City star claimed in a bombshell February 2024 lawsuit that producers preyed on her alcohol addiction, intentionally trying to make her fall off the wagon in an attempt to make ratings-grabbing TV. Bravo filed a motion in May to dismiss her suit. But on Monday, a judge published a 100-page ruling that dismissed parts of the suit but allows her to keep much of her case intact, including the crux of her allegations that producers directly coerced and harassed her based on her addiction. Which, now that I'm saying all of this, and we had Patrick McDonald, who used to work as a producer on shows like The Housewives of Orange County, The Housewives of Beverly Hills, Vanderpump Rules, Married to Medicine, and he started pointing out the fact that, yeah, producers would do certain things to get a reaction out of the talent, including when it was about one person that they were saying homophobic things to, even though they've given so much of themselves to the show, which made me think, yeah, okay, they talking about Kyle Richards. So if a producer from behind the scenes is coming out and spilling tea on this, are we inclined to believe that maybe that Leah is not lying? So Judge Lewis Lyman agreed that the producers' oral arguments, which they made in a New York court in November, that they had a First Amendment right to demand that stars of the famously booze-soaked flagship show drink alcohol while filming it, since it is not incidental but central to the show's message that the drinking activities it portrays are authentic and genuine. And yeah, I already told y'all, or maybe y'all are new to this, but once upon a time, Chris was on an episode of Real Housewives of New York. Now, I don't think, not the season with Leah McSweeney, it was season where it was Sending the Clowns. It was the Big Apple Circus episode. They were in my section. I worked at the Big Apple Circus at the time, and they had oh my god, I forgot the damn chick's name. She was our ring master. And I see her in my damn head, but I totally forgot her damn name. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So anyway, in the episode, y'all can go back. I think it was like season 11, season 12. I can't remember that far back when the season was. But I remember there was a point where the producers asked me, and I don't know, for some reason, I sensed it was coming. The producers asked me, they were like, can you take these drinks down to the women? Because they were in the front row on my, like in my section, because we have two people that pretty much run, because the big top is huge. So I had me was managing one side. I had another person that was managing the other side. And of course I got that job because of my friend Peter Carrero was actually the big top boss. So he hooked me up with that good ass job. So um I was basically managing a bunch of other ushers, this, that, and the other. But anyway, so I brought the drinks down to them, and I knew that I was going to be on camera. So, because I can see all the cameras around, I'm always observant and alert. I look at everything that's going on in the room, because that's what your job is when you are actually managing a specific area where you're dealing with talent or whatever the case is. You have to be observant in your job. So I brought the drinks down. I came up, and it was like, I don't know if you're aware, but you were just filmed on TV, because I did talk to, Tinsley Mortimer. Now it comes to me, because I talked to Tinsley's mother, and we had a little moment. If you even watch the episode, you see that I have a conversation with Tinsley's mother. I brought the drinks down to Tinsley's mother, and then they passed the drinks down and everything to Dorinda and all the other women. And then I went back up. One of the producers was like, yeah, just so you're aware, you're on TV. Do you want to be on the show? If I said no, I already knew they was going to blur up my damn face. And I was like, I'll sign it. So I signed the paperwork, giving them permission to put me on the TV show. So yes, drinking is encouraged. I brought the drinks to them. So yes, I truly believe that yes, they do encourage the drinking, but how they behave in beyond that is, I guess, up to them, and they just gonna film what they can film, and if it's salvageable, then they'll use it. But if it's not privy to the story, because there was a scene where Tinsley and Sonia was having a whole conversation. I'm sitting there holding up the wire at one point because the cameraman, the boom person was all there. So I'm helping them out. This is a scene that was cut. So I'm like holding up the wire and everything so it's not in the shot, helping them out. And it was just like Tinsley could barely keep her eyes open. Sonia was a drunken hot mess. They were having this conversation. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I believe they cut the scene. And Ramona was there too, but she came in, act like she ain't see no damn body. Her rude ass came in, just walked past everybody, sat down, and then left. So she just did her little walkthrough, and that was it. But you don't really see her in the episode because she came in and she left. Which I'm glad they kind of don't have Ramona on there. She was such a racist. Well, I don't know. She was racist to me, but just her energy was stank. I didn't particularly care for her. But to get back to the story, I just had to let y'all know that tea because it was like, yeah, I do truly believe that the producers and stuff, the alcohol is basically in so many ways, it's not central to the show's message, but they do want you to drink so that way you can loosen up a little bit. Now, how much you consume is, a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. So yeah, they said that it is not incidental but central to the show's message that the drinking activities it portrays are authentic and genuine. But Judge Lyman said that she can continue to sue Bravo over how they treated her drinking issues. The judge noted that McSweeney alleged that the producers joked about her drinking issues in her presence despite her request that they stop, taunted her about her alcohol use disorder, and tried to undermine her sobriety through harassing comments, directed other cast members to bring up her mental health and substance abuse issues and to call her a drug addict, and coached cast members to further disparage her. And didn't Patrick say in the previous story that we didn't he say that, yeah, producers would even like encourage some of the talent to be evasive in some of the things that was said? So if a producer is saying this, a former producer who's got a little sour grapes about his firation because he does OnlyFans, is saying all of this, then why not? Why are we not inclined to believe Leah and what her accusations are? So Bravo, you in danger, girl. Y'all gonna have to pay up. And I believe every word this lady is saying. But let's get back into it. He said they'll have to answer for those allegations. Now, he also rules that she can continue to sue over allegations that, while she was preparing to appear on Roni's spinoff Ultimate Girls Trip, producers told McSweeney that she would be able to go to AA during the shoot, but changed their minds once they were on location. Lyman wrote, her request to attend an AA meeting could have been accommodated without unreasonable hardship or expense. Both sides would now begin demanding each other's private records, texts, and emails that will request under oath interviews. McSweeney's attorney, Gary Edelman of Edelman Max, told Page Six, "We thank the judge for his care in his 100-page decision that kept the majority of the major claims against the defendants and continues to give full life to Leah's lawsuit and another step closer to holding the defendants accountable." He added, "While we disagree with his findings on the minor claims and will certainly be filing an amended complaint to address his questions, this decision is not a scorecard. It was an affirmation that there are serious claims and that they will proceed in court." So McSweeney appeared on the show from 2020 to 2023. Bravo has yet to comment on the situation, but what could they say? Because they're probably guilty. I don't know if Andy Cohen was aware, but for the most part, a lot of the way that y'all be doing things behind the scenes, y'all be some messy as producers. I understand that y'all got a job to do and you want to get like a reaction out of people, but to sit up in here and like dangle someone's sobriety in their face like a carrot and just have no regard or respect for the fact of their personal issues just because you want to get a rise out of them and you want to get them to get emotional just so that way you can get something on a TV show. I just feel like it's just messy and it's tacky. And no shade, I really don't be watching a lot of these reality shows like I used to. When I was younger, I was watching, I was so into the Housewives of Atlanta. I was so into all these other housewife shows. I hate watched New Jersey because, the Gorgas against the Judices and all that stuff that was going on. And Atlanta, I haven't watched Atlanta in years because it's just not giving me what needs to be given anymore. And now that Kenya ain't there, I damn sure don't give a damn about these broads. And I don't even think Phaedra could save that show. Um, so the only one that I really care about over there on Bravo that I watch is the Beverly Hills Housewives. So yeah, I just feel like the Housewives as a whole has run its course. I feel like a lot of these reality shows have run its course. But yeah, so I say all this to say, I hit the wrong one. What do you guys think of this story? Because I'll definitely be keeping my eye on this story as it develops, and especially like when the whole court trial and stuff starts. I definitely think that Bethany needs to revisit this whole reality reckoning, or somebody need to, because the way that a lot of the talent and the crew and everybody is being overworked, and the way they're being treated like crap and stuff on these shows, just so that way y'all can get a moment. I just feel like it's just distasteful. So I definitely want to hear from you all. So let me know what your thoughts are on this story in the comments down below.